Musicians are weird people. Seriously, how did a guy with a long name pop off out of nowhere, make a few people angry, and make others question, what the hell did I just watch? His name is Nunu. I'll just call him Nunu. He is a producer that hails from Japan. And that's kinda all we know. Nunu is an elusive guy. He's like the quiet kid in class that you never hear from. But when you get into a group project with him, he does all the work and creates some freak of nature disaster that somehow lands you a B-. And then you begin falling in love with him. Aww. Nunu's music has always been quite popular with a certain type of weird and online person. I think the best way to understand how he got to this point is to take a look at his discography to paint a complete picture. Nunu's discography can be divided into two distinct sections. The first part I want to talk about is the newer half of his songs, the music video era. Let's begin with a song you've probably heard of, Mimukawa Nice Try. You know, the Uno song that caused a Vocaloid Reddit war? Oh no! Alright, I gotta address the elephant. Last time I tackled the topic, the comment section turned into the Lolicon Civil War. So, I'll leave this explanation on screen, plus my thoughts. Do with that what you will. Anyway, I do not really like this song because of other material. I don't know what Nunu did to the voice bank, but whatever he did, he made sure to make Miku sound like the vocal equivalent of sandpaper. The beat is pretty good though, and the idea of a song based on a match of Uno sounds pretty funny in theory, especially when you know that the origins of the song's title originally come from a Mario Kart match with Nunu and his friends. It's supposed to be a Japanese pun based on Kaoshi's name and nice try. Mimu Kao wa nice try. Ring-a-ding-ding. I'd have to put this as one of Nunu's weaker songs. The beat is pretty good, not gonna lie, and the Uno idea can be hilarious if you still live in 2019, but I don't really like how Miku sounds like a chain smoker. It has around 68 million views to this day, so I guess I'm in the minority when it comes to criticisms. Thankfully, Nunu addressed it in his next song, which is a self-cover of Mimukawa. Alrighty tighty mate, let's go! Is it weird I prefer this one to the original? I don't know. Dareka nuite kure. We've got a girl with Pearl's forehead that's stuck in the wall, Winnie the Pooh style. So, she begs for help while sounding like she's releasing her inner werewolf. Some silhouette dude comes to tell her an important message. Hey, can you help me? Nah, you're worthless. Nowadays, Pearl's cousin lives her life as an attraction for tourists to take pictures of, like she's some cryptid from New York City. You know the black square that appears in all of Nunu's thumbnails? She's the human embodiment of the black square. Or maybe it's something like the Green Goblin mask, where if you become infected, you become trapped in a wall. Shakai koten ganbaru no da. This song is basically Zundamon becoming Light Yagami from Death Note, but instead of the Death Note, she has a freaking Glock. That's really all I understood, since there's like voodoo dolls and Twitter and Zundamon's op. Thankfully her gun is a destroy all ops machine. Oh! Voca End. This is probably the most unusual of Nunu's songs, because it was composed when Nunu took their normal pills. It is a 9-minute long song that follows Miku and the other Kryptonloids singing their final words as they die, as their batteries are running out, due to the end of the world. Someday in the future, we will all be gone, and eventually, Miku and her friends will sing their last lyrics and finally return to Stardust. This was made by the same artist who gave Miku a Danganronpa execution.
Please don't kill me, I have a family.
Mayonnaise Fried Chicken. Easily Nunu's best song comes with the one where two green beans torture Vocaloids and force them to say, "I like mayonnaise."
Hold the mayonnaise!
It's literally the easiest quiz in the world, but some of these captives had to be creative. Frickin' deserved it. At least the Astolfo cosplayer was the only fatality. Kafu says that she enjoys lemon, and Zundamon lets it slide, while Kaiyuki says that she enjoys Vegemite, which makes her canonically Aussie.
God save the queen!
When you answer correctly, Zundamon sings about a cooking recipe for chicken karaage, which actually looks really good, not gonna lie. Too bad that the police had to come and arrest Zundamon for abduction. Boo! Quick, Zundamon, use your Glock! I wanted to end off with the Mayonnaise song because I felt it best reflects the inner machinations of Nunu's mind. Unrelated stuff that he somehow ties together to form a strange and freaky narrative that somehow makes sense to a certain group of people. As for the second half of his works, we gotta take a look at what I would like to call the Nunu era. It features Nunu's earlier works that I would argue are more akin to YTPMVs or memes than actual music videos, but I feel that they're crucial to paint a more complete picture of Nunu's gassed up mind. Welcome to the Stew Udon Bathhouse. You know we're starting off strong by seeing Zundamon being tortured by udon noodles inside of an onsen. The general story is that Kafu and Zundamon open an onsen dedicated to stew udon and must find a way to attract customers, finding new friends like Miku and a femboy, and eventually killing Zundamon in cold blood. That's kind of all I got, since this video feels more like a cult initiation than anything else. There are explosions, chapters, and random blue screen, all of which make it quite jarring to follow, even for the Japanese. I theorize that the reason for this surrealism has to do with Nunu's backstory. He likely spent a lot of his time swimming in the culture of Vocaloid and music anime doga on Nico Nico Doga, and when it came time to do something useful with himself, instead of working at Family Mart like a true Japanese patriot, he dedicated himself to making art to make his homeboys proud.
Who are these homeboys?
The description labels the video as Zundamon BB Theater. BB Theater is a subculture on Nico Nico that involves putting a lot of characters from different media into the same video to tell some crazy ass story. Think of it as like early SMG4 or whatever. It's been around for the past 15 years, so Nunu had to become bold. Like with his next videos, please buy this game. This anime basically follows the story of this brunette chick trying to tell Zundamon to buy a Nintendo Switch. It makes a better investment than food, it makes a great gift, and it apparently has Siri. Zundamon politely declines the offer because she is a Chad PS triple gamer. So, in retaliation, the brunette chick decides to attack her.
I'm here to save you, Zundamon! Die, bitch!
Is at the Zunda Trade Center, the brunette chick eventually gets her way as she receives a Switch for her birthday after killing Zundamon like 3 times. Moral of the story? You have to fight for what you love, I think. Sorry for having a dick! After Nunu made those pieces of art, he went on to make music parodies. You have a parody of Honeyworks, Chu Kawaii Goten Gome, but sung by Zundamon. What the fuck? The joke here is that Zundamon is technically genderless. Fun fact. Golcha Golcha Uruse. We have a parody of Golcha Golcha Uruse, but sung by Zundamon. Zundamon and the brunette chick tell each other to shut up for the next 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure someone out there sees this as a form of Yuri. Then there is a parody of the Udon Onsen video, but for ASMR fans. Take a listen. By ASMR fans, I mean the ones that enjoy the sounds of CIA waterboarding. Then there are a couple of short ones that feature Zundamon dying, her friends going crazy, and Kai Yuki getting isekai. I think you get the gist of it. This stuff is cryptic, and people eat it up. To understand why Nunu's songs are so popular, we have to take a crash course on internet culture in Japan. Stuff like the Dream SMP and 6-7 aren't really things over there. Instead, their memes tend to go more hand in hand with otaku culture as a whole. For example, what art style are these baby Zundamons parodying? Ding dong, it's Pop Team Epic. I remember it being a thing in the West back in like 2018 before it fell off and died. But in Japan, it is the satire series, akin to Mad from Cartoon Network. Oh gosh, remember that show? It was like a fever dream featuring pop culture references of the early 2010s, like Mickey Mouse becoming Dr. House, checking to see why Cookie Monster was sick. Can you guess why? Ding dong, it was because he was eating vegetables. This is oddly uncomfortable for me. On the other hand, Pop Team Epic involves a lot of humor related to voice actors and Japanese society as a whole. Blah blah blah. The point I'm trying to make is that humor is not just making a fart joke. It's also cultural knowledge. Nowadays, memes in the Western world tend to be abstract junk that's so absurd, it's hilarious. Or just flat out racism if you're on Instagram Reels. Japan's meme culture appears to be more chaotic since, in my opinion, it's one of the few ways for Japanese to blow off steam as their society is straight and formal. One of the nexus points for memes in Japan is Nico Nico Doga. It's a Japanese video sharing website that is only really used by weird and eccentric people nowadays. Sound familiar? One of the biggest subgenres came from Vocaloid music, and a festival that brings people together every so often was the Vocaloid Collection. You know why Nunu always has the "Tsuini hajimarimashita" at the beginning of his songs? When you translate it into English, it says something like, "The Vocaloid Collection is about to begin!" As far as I know, Nunu's career began popping off in the 2022 spring event thanks to his remix of Golcha Golcha Uruse. He won first place due to his strange style that feels uniquely, and chronically, Japanese. Nunu's inspirations likely came from BB theater and music anime doga genres, two disciplines that involve a lot of humor and cultural references that only a small percentage of Japanese people would really laugh their socks off at. As someone who's been to an onsen, I wish I had an idiot waterboard me so I can become one with the onsen. But why Zundamon though? Why this little green bean guy out of all the Vocaloids? Well, Japanese tend to be more camera shy, so oftentimes they will only film themselves below the head. just their hands, or via
テキスト2スピーチプログラム
the equivalent of commentary slop content comes from channels using Yukuri text-to-speech, and later on, using Zundamon due to their program's ease of use. It's so easy, even this little idiot can put it to good use.
ギタースキュイジャストスワロードエイタイドポット
To alcohol.
It's kind of surreal seeing a cute little Zundamon talk about the Tide Pod challenge like it's 2018 again. She has become ubiquitous in Japanese culture, and seeing her at a gachapon machine is like seeing a dream jacket out in public. If you know, you know. The familiarity with the Japanese, alongside everything else in Nunu songs, give me only one takeaway. Weird. Ugh. Weird Japan. Nunu's songs, at least for us, are a good window into the Japanese way of expressing humor. A lot of humor relies on pre-existing knowledge about culture. I think that's why the Japanese view Nunu's content as strange comedy, while us Westerners view it as surreal music. What's the moral of the story? We need to travel the world more, go explore different cultures, and maybe, just maybe, you will understand what the hell Nunu meant by Zundamon causing the Japanese 9/11.
ハウルウィルディスアフェクトレブロンズレガシー